Samson prayed a prayer for God to give him his strength back. I don't know who this for. God already searched your heart to know why you asking for what you asking for. Samson prayed to God and asked him for strength. For his strength. The power came through his strength. When God gave Samson back his strength, he regained his power and he brought down the pillars on his enemies' heads. They can keep coming for you like they stupid because your mother gave them permission. Your cousin said do it because she don't or he don't fuck with you. Your aunt and your uncles want you to be suffering all your life and be lower than low. Fake friends trying to assume the position and your identity and your role when they was never appointed. I don't know if they self-proclaimed chosen because they looked into your life and they said that's me. They trying to speak it, thinking that that's how they gonna get it and swap it. You can come closer than close, but it ain't the same as me. I don't care who gave them permission. Your father, your aunts, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, your sister, your brother, your mother, your second cousin, first, fifth, sixth, damn removed, friend of a friend, a family friend, your ex's people, your ex's ex people. I don't care who it is. What I know is they've already lost the battle spiritually. God has already appointed you and rejected whatever it is that these people's wishes and requests are. So whatever it is that they about to go through is well warranted because that's what they wanted for you. And had not God been who he is in your life, you wouldn't have been here today. One of the conversations I recall back on is this so-called friend who knew I was going through what I was going through. And even in the midst of it, I still found a way to get Elijah to daycare and get him swimming lessons. She said on the phone one day, loud as hell, "Oh, you are a good mother." God kept you, baby. He kept you from doing something stupid. You knew somebody was getting some information and somebody was feeding somebody some information. That's why they felt like they could disrespect you like that. Oh, you remember that her nephew said one time, oh, you remember that crackhead we picked up on the side of the street? Oh, they clean up nice. She rolling her eyes. Every person I thought was a friend and rolled their eyes, kicked me out their house, just wanted me to suffer. Just had me out on my ass. And I was pregnant. Didn't cause no problems for nobody. Trust me and believe me, I would not come on here. I'm not perfect. But people were reaching. Bought people perfume sets to try to earn my keep. I was going through something. And nobody showed me no sympathy, but that's okay. Because I know for what I had to endure and for how people showed me no sympathy, I know how that's going to come back tenfold and manifest into blessings in some shape, way, or form up in my life because of how hard people keep coming up against me. Whatever her reasons was for being sarcastic, and it ain't the only things that she said. She said a lot of stupid stuff. I'll just ask so-and-so how much you making. Oh, how you got braces? All that, don't that cost money? Yeah, she had to get cut because, see, one thing, I'm not finna be around people who monitoring spirits, and furthermore, you a monitoring spirit that don't want me to ascend, and because of your jealousy, you don't want me to be better than you. I already surpassed you. I didn't think that this was a competition. I didn't think it was a competition because what's meant for me will always be me, because I'm not out here trying to compete where I don't compare. So before Saul died, God rejected him as king. Samson asked for his strength back and brought down the pillars down upon all of the enemies that captured him. Everyone that was in that place up under those towers up under that building, he brought down and pulled those pillars down, and everybody died, including Samson. Whatever your story is, place it. All I know is it's not looking good for the people who came up against you and conspired against you and initiated this against you when they had no reason. And all of it was funded, backed, and sponsored because every single last one of these people felt some type of way about who you was and where you was going and what you was receiving. Before Saul died, God rejected him as king because of his repeated disobedience. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has rejected you as king. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. You'll lose it spiritually before you lose it physically. It's just a matter of time for it to be in alignment, for it to start coming. That's all. Ain't nothing up. Ain't nobody got away with anything. Saul sat on the throne, but the kingdom was already taken from him spiritually because of his disobedience. He kept coming for somebody that I'm pretty sure there was warnings to stop. That person ain't your issue, ain't your problem. You got bigger fish to fry. When you show God that you don't respect him and you're mocking someone who's believing in him, holding on to him because he's all that they have, people have no idea. They take for granted that you alive because some of them shocked that you alive because they didn't expect you to be alive. But you alive for a reason, so make it count for something. Saul was killed during a battle, right? He was killed in battle. And his sons, including Jonathan, also died that day. Now, who else that sound like? Sound like when Daniel was thrown in the lion's den, right? Huh? And Daniel, the lions didn't eat up Daniel, but it came for the wise men and their wives and their children who orchestrated for Daniel to be in that predicament. People could keep lying on you if they want to. It is sad that people wake up to lie on people and get fulfillment out of that. People wake up to want to cause people suffering and demise, and they get fulfillment out of that. Of all the things that you can get fulfillment out of in this world, pleasures that you can seek, that's what you want? You know that's demonic. So he you know, like I said, he was wounded by the archers, and I believe fearing his capture, Saul fell on his own sword. And not only did he die in battle, but his sons did too. God wanted to ensure that it would be David who would be appointed to take his throne. You understand that? Because sometimes the apple don't fall too far from the tree. God know what he be doing. So it ain't these people, it's just going to be them that's suffering because, oh, they came to you, God, don't touch my children. No, everybody going to be affected. Just like everybody was affected in your situation. So Saul died, and his 3 sons and his armor bearer and all his men on the same day together. You can come closer than close, but it ain't the same as me. You came for the wrong one. You came for the wrong one. People know what they did and what they spoke behind your back. They know what attacks they kept sending towards your accounts, towards your life, towards your finances, towards your career. And when God round all of them up, after warning comes for the destruction and death. When I tell you it's going to happen swiftly and suddenly, by the time you wake up, you ain't even have to deal with these people. You ain't, not these people. They know what's coming. I don't understand. And this is me because I know I got the word in the message, but I just still don't understand. How could you have thought that you was going to come for someone, fraud them, completely destroy what they were building, do all this chaos and ruin in their life, and you thought that you were just going to live well? Man, spiritually, these people getting sat on their ass. They getting haunted. They know what they did. I'm sorry. They know what they did. And they know the intention behind it. You can't hide that. Because people want to run for themselves and don't know themselves. Don't love themselves. That's not your problem. Saul's downfall shows losing God's favor comes before losing position. Pride and fear can destroy what obedience once built. You can be anointed and still fall if you stop listening to God. In contrast to David, He waited on God. He sat back. He allowed God to fight his battles and handle his enemies. I keep telling you, God can get to him better than you can, quicker than you can, and he can get them all in one swap. So he and still ended up inheriting the kingdom after Saul's fall. These people on this level. They got lawyers, police, judges, millionaires, billionaires. I don't know. Everybody on this damn life. Fake ass friends that was in your damn life. Family members. You got God up here. All the way up here. They don't like you. They coming up against you. They don't want you to succeed. They are able to get people on their path and on their side to oppose you, laugh at you, humiliate you, all kind of stuff. But God sit up here. I'm sorry. I'm confused. They're here, right? But God is here, right? You didn't do nothing to get on God's bad side, so why would he allow what these people want for you to manifest and unfold in the manner that they wanted to unfold and manifest up in your life? He gonna always come behind. I'm so sorry I threw that shit like that, because that's what it is. It's trash. And he's gonna always be up here because you exalt him, you respect him, you love him with everything in you. You're not perfect. You don't do everything right. You don't say things right. But that's what makes you you. That's what makes you original. Or a person, no matter how many times they keep trying to mimic, no one wants to listen to that. No one would take that. It's forced. And they don't understand that. Just like they don't understand that you don't get ahead shooting someone else down and being a sore loser and being miserable and being petty. So, like I said, in contrast, because David allowed God to fight his battles and handle his enemies, David even had the chance to fight fire with fire, and he didn't do it. Trust me, I don't know who I'm talking to. God heard, God saw. You could have been nasty. You kept the peace with people. Some you probably didn't keep up in your life, but you kept the peace. You could have done damage. You knew these hoes wasn't loyal. Friend and lovers and family. But you thought of people, you thought of their kids, you thought of their livelihood, and you said, whatever God have for me, if he'll point me to be wherever it is he need me to be, he'll get me there. And I'll get back up. But I'm not finna do to these people what they did to me. That's fine. Laugh at it for the rest of your days, whatever it is you know. You pathetic. And see, you couldn't come to me boasting about how you took somebody else down and how you shitted on somebody else. Because what somebody will do to you, they'll do to somebody else, and they'll do to somebody else. So anybody who felt like they was better than you because of how you was being treated by people, or a man, or a friend, watch them get treated the same way. And let's see if they still be laughing. You can come closer than close, but it ain't the same as me. David gained the throne, the kingdom, timing, everything worked for David the way that it was supposed to work when you do what you're supposed to do. It doesn't matter that Saul was haunting him. It doesn't matter that, Saul's jealousy caused him to come at David in ways that no man should have to come at somebody else. And furthermore, besides the point, you shouldn't even have these should have never been your battles, right? Just because you were strong enough to get through it, you should have never had to go through something like that. But people started it, God gonna finish it, and he gonna finish it off with a bang. You don't bother people, you stay to yourself. You know who you are. Continue to know who you are and understand. Don't let anybody make you feel, if somebody you got to understand a tactic. Somebody, you got the upper hand on somebody, you winning the game. What a person finna do? They got to get up in your head and attack your mental, man. You ain't finna win the game. You ain't shit. I don't want 15 times. I'm undefeated. They got to attack this first. This is connected to this too. Fuck this up. everything else will fall. Right? Keep messing with this. You won't be able to think your way through. You won't have the strength to get up, get through it. They want to be self-proclaimed for the wrong reasons while condemning and chastising you. It don't work that way. I'm so sorry. And they're going to figure that out. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what partnership you're in. I don't care who your baby daddy or who your husband is. I don't care what connections you have. You'll lose it spiritually before you lose it physically because you disobeyed a direct order. And that's how Mary had a little lamb, Thesis White Snow. I hope this message was able to bless you. I hope it was able to ignite your flame. I hope it was able to motivate you and inspire you in some type of shape, way, form, or fashion. Whatever it is that you need to pull from my life, pull it. I've already been laughed at. I've been mocked. It ain't nothing new. I'm going to have to live through it and get through it and heal from it the best way I know how. That people really had me down there and really thought that that was funny and took their pound. Everybody took their pound, whether it was mocking me, using me, not being real to me, just was not a real friend to me. They were not a good friend to me. Nobody was. And I went through the worst. That's the worst fucking thing that you can go through, being pregnant and being homeless. But it's cool. The difference, what separates me between people's envy and jealousy for me is I got through it. I took the signs. God give you signs. You can pray and people try to be ignorant and say, oh, so what that mean? You supposed to have God here, so you gonna hear God's voice. He can give you a message. He can work through other people. He'll drop it in your spirit to watch a certain movie. And you get a message, whatever that message is, that's what he's trying to show you and tell you. I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to end it off right here. I ain't got nothing bad against this girl. I cut off all the friends I cut off. Nothing against my baby father. I don't have nothing against my parents. I don't have nothing against anybody from the hometown that I come from. Everything that I went through, I let it go. I found a way to pray and dig deep. And not only did I ask God for forgiveness, I asked forgiveness on their behalf. Some knew what they was doing, so maybe God will listen to me, maybe he won't. But I don't see nothing good happen for any of these people who orchestrated your loss, caused you to be blocked off, because the blockages caused a trickling effect up in your life that can't be recouped. It happened. You went through it already. God had to get you through it. And see, all these different fires that he had to put out in your life because these people kept attacking you and coming for you. They know, they smell it. It's coming. Ain't no running away from it. So God be with you. But see, it's going to teach you a very valuable lesson if you do still have your life at the end of it all. You cannot go up against someone who God has appointed and anointed and whom he's trying to bless. I don't know what people's hang-ups and problems and issue is with you, but it needs to get resolved and dead and quick, because you ain't never been the problem. I been seeing God work his hand in my life, but this last, I think it was for Eli's first birthday, really got to me. I really broke down to my parents. They were trying to get me to come back home. I broke down. I said, I don't know what I did so bad to have it to where this man is the father of my first child. You know, this is my first child. I'm going through something like this. I get what other people go through. I never wished it upon them. I feel sympathy for people who have to go through that. I know that I'm not the only one. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. But I still had to go through that. And I know I had set my life up in a certain way to where I shouldn't have had to go through that. And then I was going through humiliation. People who had once seen me in a certain position had to see me in a different position. So the same way I went out wasn't the same way. Same way I went in wasn't the same way I came out. And I had to live through all of that. I had to live through people getting around me, seeing me suffering. And they once admired me, and then they had to see and just pick different things out about me that I like, things I like eating, will laugh at it, different things like that. But I was living with these people, and I tried to just stay out the way and keep my head down. But when you're going through whatever you're going through and people feeling some type of way, They gonna do what they want to do. And I vowed that I would never have to depend upon another person, even if there is attacks surrounding me right now. I know that I'm protected. That's why I gave you that. Even the prayer doesn't stop the attacks. And I could be, like I said, you may not understand what I'm saying, but it can't break your protection. So in the midst of the attacks, you're not dead. You're not out your mind. And it's not beyond reputable approach and repair to restore what was broken, because you remain still and steadfast. December 2nd, 1994. Angie and Vic can't ever say that I was just a horrible seed. I was wayward. I was disobedient. But I made that up 10 times over. You understand what I'm saying? I made it up 10 times over. Somebody somewhere know the truth. And if they act like they don't know and they ain't got a clue, you got the clues to give them, because you keep your receipts. They can't do that to you. They can't do it to me. You can't keep crapping on my name. You can't do that to me. You can't do it to me. You can't keep trying to say that I'm somebody that I'm not. I could have sold pussy. I didn't do it. And my son is going to know that. He's going to know where we was at, how we was living. And he's going to know there were opportunities for us not to struggle like that. I didn't take them. A person who's a harlot, who's a whore, whatever people were saying, a crackhead, whore, suck dick, she ain't loyal, she this and that. I wouldn't have subjected my son to a fucking motel when we could have been put up somewhere in a crib and he could have had a Duna stroller and every else thing. But at what cost? I know what them dudes wanted. And for how long that was going to last. So I was going to keep uprooting and having all these different characters around my son. I'd rather struggle. So I don't know what lies being told or who was trying to take my son away from me. But the reason why it didn't happen was because people wasn't trying to lose their damn badges or have some harsh judgment and karma come back upon them because of what they was a willing participant of against somebody, for somebody else's vendetta, against somebody else's life. But my son's first birthday came around. I tried to tell him that what I was going through. And he, at that time, I had already got my apartment. And I just tried to, I already know what I was getting myself into. I know how my baby daddy look. I know he get whole. I know that was a problem. It was always, everywhere we went, a problem. So, I felt he was around someone. I just tried to call to figure out I wanted to make sure when I finally decided to be done with it, that nobody could say that I was a bitter baby mom. I don't care who you went back to. I don't care. You had a kid with me. I wanted to make sure nobody can say that I was bitter. I wanted to be able to tell myself that if I go straight stone cold bitch mode, that I was well within my right because I tried. So I called. I was respectful. He said he was going to call me back the night before. Didn't do it. Talking about something. Well, I got drunk. I fell asleep. I said, I just felt it. It was the same energy. I said, okay. Well, I just wanted to call that, I was homeless, but I got myself up out of it. And I just wanted to talk just as a friend, bro. I just wanted this man to at least be my fucking friend. You know what I'm saying? Just acknowledge what you did. Acknowledge you was taking money from me. You was beating me. And then you fucking left me for dead. Whatever you was saying behind my back, God knows what he was saying. It made situations worse. Because it's like, that's your baby dad? And he treating you like that? He talking about you like that? These niggas ain't shit. Went off. Had his apartment. Was going to concerts. All kind of stuff. Living it up. I got to put back the pieces of my life together with a child. After all of that, I still put my pride to the side and called him. But that was in the past, though. Like, well, I mean, yeah, you know, you could get to Atlanta. I'll pay for everything else. You could come stay with me. We gonna fuck. Yeah, we gonna fuck. Yeah, we gonna fuck. And he ain't talked to me in like months. Every time he's around a new chick. I won't say the B word. Ended up hanging up on me. And I heard him say, hold on, where you going? So I guess the chick was walking off. And he hung up on me. I called back. I hear him arguing real quick. He's like, but why would you walk off when you knew I was talking to my, you know what I'm saying? So I already knew what was going on. I hung up. He said, sorry, boo. I'm going to call you when I get out the shower, boo. I said, don't worry about it. I sent the last paragraph that I was going to send. I said, if anything was a sign, this is just a definite sign, definitive. For the rest of your fucking life, you never have to worry about me or Elijah. You didn't give me shit. You took from me. You were a very horrible being, bro. And people don't see it because the nigga fine. He got green eyes, all kind of stuff. They just don't. Hoes will get up under this nigga and be his friend, do anything you tell him to do, because eventually it's like, well, maybe he'll fuck me. Maybe I can get the dick. Get the dick. Like, what? Because God already told me, if I don't want to be diseased, that's some dick I need to stay away from. And see, people always want to talk about somebody ain't got gifts, somebody ain't got that. I got something. And sometimes it scares the hell out of me because I know I be wanting to still yet deal with them. I knew I wanted to go to Atlanta and show them like, okay, I ain't homeless no more. Everything gonna be looking good, hoping it was gonna lead me down the wrong path. I just knew it. And if I would have went down that road, he would have had me on the string. I would have been eating up anything he told me, coming back here trying to hold it down for my son, waiting and being hopeful for the days that I can go to Atlanta and be with him. And nah, man, I ain't finna do that shit. I had to cut it off cold, and he didn't care. And so I said what I said. I said I tried to come to you and tell you what I was dealing with. That was not no easy feat to overcome. I said, God bless you and God bless your girlfriend. You feel me? Like, I ain't on that type of time. And I stood on it and called him and reached out. Don't want shit to do with him ever since that. God is so good. If you don't believe that he is good, I'm telling you. And you're using my story to inspire you, let me tell you something. Money was so damn tight. I didn't know what I was going to do. My birthdays went by. Couldn't celebrate my 30th. I was in a fucking shelter. I would never get over that. I always said, when I get my money back to where I wanted to be, I'm going to celebrate my 30th. You're not going to take that from me. I don't care if I'm fucking 35. I'm going to celebrate my 30th on my 35th. I earned that. I worked for that. It shouldn't have been taken away from me. I shouldn't have had to go through that. But God spoke to me and he showed me in so many ways that he heard my prayers. I prayed. After I cried, they was like, just come to Miami. You can come home and we can make a cake, get a cake for Elijah, and we can all be together. I said, the money it take for me to fly down there, I'd rather use all that and put that towards his birthday. So I went to Kroger. God is so good. Just for your obedience. Didn't we just talk about obedience and disobedience? He told me, don't go to Atlanta. Just be done with it. Don't take whatever it is he want to do. Don't let him do it. Just don't have sex with him. Don't go to Atlanta. Those are the two things. And so I was like, I'm just going to have my son take pictures. And because it would have took money for me to get my nails done, get my hair done. All that took money. I was still able to fit into. So the green dress I had already had. But I went to Kroger, ran into a lady that was like, she just started the conversation up with me. I was getting Elijah's balloons and his cake. Two things happened to me. The lady ended up buying me some more milk for Elijah. So she got me like, because I get him Horizon. So she ended up getting me 2 gallons of milk. She just paid for it. And she allowed me to go get it, and she paid for it. And then the lady in Kroger was like, oh, I'm doing markdowns tomorrow if you want to come back tomorrow. I say, well, today is his birthday, I kind of need it now. And she was like, hold on, I got you. So she marked down the balloons, and I didn't even have to pay that much for the balloons. It was maybe like $2, because she gave me the big number one and then the other balloons, and she also blew it up, added the stuff to it. She did all that, gave that to me. And it didn't stop there. The Uber that we got into, he was like, I'll take you anywhere that you gotta go. I'll take you there, pick you back up, just let me know. I was running errands at this point. And so I was running errands and things like that, just trying to get some things together, and then later we was going to go out to where we was going to go take the cake and take everything. So he took me out to go get Elijah clothes. He turned off his app and just was taking me everywhere I need to go. Then asked for my number. Wasn't nothing sexual, wasn't nothing like that. He said, as soon as I got in the car, he said, God dropped it in my spirit to help you. I said, I don't know what you're going through. Didn't get in there telling him nothing. He says, God dropped it in my spirit to help you. He says, is there anything? I said, I didn't take no money from him. I say, it's going to take me a lot to try to go back and forth from the mall here. He said, I'm just going to take you everywhere. Anywhere you need to go, just let me know where you need to go. I'm going to take you. And I wanted to break down then, but I'm just like, because people just was so evil to me, so diabolical and sinister. It didn't make sense. I didn't know how to accept people being nice. I didn't think that stuff kind of existed. And if it did, not for me. And so went and I was able to get Elijah clothes and stuff like that. After I done got back to the house, done got Elijah dressed, got his cake, got his balloons, we on our way to the aquarium. Get in the line. 2 women coming out. I got a person in front of me. They got kids. They black too. But the 2 women come out and she just like this. Just give me tickets. 2 tickets. I'm not knowing what to do with that. I'm like, I'm just going to pay. Because maybe they not going to let me. Maybe they seen her. Maybe they not going to let me use it, whatever. I get up to the front. I'm about to pay. Everything going to come up to $65 for me and Elijah because I wanted to get on all the rides and all this stuff and do the games. I say, am I able to just use this? Somebody gave them to me. Right? Oh, yeah, you can use them. Yeah, of course. It's his birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, use it. You can use it. So I put it on me, put it on Elijah. We went on in there. I didn't even have to pay. It's like what I thought would be so much money. Even with the pictures, to do what I was supposed to pay for the pictures, I didn't even have to pay for the pictures. You understand what I'm saying? It's like God was having me catch breaks that whole day for my baby's first birthday because I was obedient. I didn't go to Atlanta. I didn't deal with him. And I damn sure do not plan on having any kind of sexual relations with him ever again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I keep telling people, God hears, God sees. I don't know why he doesn't come in the midst of people attacking you and all your suffering and condemnation that people conspire and orchestrate against your life. But I can tell you, when you be obedient, that stands the test of time against selling out, breaking and folding and fighting fire with fire. Because I'm telling you, when the time permits itself and he deems it's time to intervene on your behalf, it's not going to look pretty for the people who went up against you, but it will be looking nice and peaceful for you and serene. Everything going to be kosher and copacetic and jolly, because that's the way that it should have been. People shouldn't be trying to stand in between your happiness and your success and your peace in life when you're not out here trying to bother that and do that to them. All these people are people who betrayed you in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion. Have done it repeatedly behind your back, maybe because this is why these people are considered hidden enemies. But again, they get it within themselves to say that after everything that they thought and did and said against you and what they wanted for your life, that you are deserving to suffer. God sees. That's all I'm going to tell you. He had me catch breaks and allow me to be able to make my son's first birthday. It may not have been big lettering in the back, buying out Disneyland and letting all the people from his daycare. It may not have been all out in the back. And what people did for me on that day may seem minute and may not seem like it was a whole lot to a lot of people who laugh at me and be like, oh, that's what you appreciative of. But you have no idea what I went through. You have no idea how hard it was for me to keep it together for my son and not give up. I had to fight for him because I wanted to be for him what I was to other people that people couldn't be back to me. And I felt like I deserved to not be in a stunking super, even though I was hurting. I was going through postpartum around fucking strangers. And I didn't want my son to get taken away from me, so I had to keep it the fuck together. While these hoes was going behind my back, talking about something, you seen Victoria, and laughing, having my son, making up these rules as it pertains to me and my son. But they running to go get everybody else's kids. And then when they see me, they want to stop and then turn the other way because they don't want me to see it in the act that they was running to go help somebody else's child. All these is grown fucking children. They didn't stand on business. If you don't like me, stand on it. Do it in my face. Let me see that you only showing me that you gonna abide by the rules as it pertains to me. You feel what I'm saying? But again, that's why I tell you, and I came up with the whole thing, I ain't never been confronted. I always been gossiped about. You feel me? And a lot of times, you don't know how hard that was for me to pull through that. Praying in the midst of being attacked and blocked. But I did it. And when he gets of age and he looks back on the Instagram post I did for us, I meant every word that I said. He gonna know, like, shit, we suffered. We went out suffering because I was a real one. You feel me? He gonna look back on that, and hopefully that builds his character. I ain't let nobody just push me around. I ain't let people just because I was suffering and what I was going through just treat me any kind of way. You know, you get your ass cut and you'll never have to worry about me again. I promise you that. And when I get it back, and I promise you I will, you will be one of those people that I promise I will pray for you before I hurt you. I will pray for you and ask God to forgive you before I curse you and I smite you with my hand and my words and my powers. I'm not going to do what you did to me, but I'm going to let you take your best shot, and then I'm going to move forward. The problem was nobody wanted to let me move forward. That's the issue. You want to keeping me fucking stuck because of control. Because of personal vendettas and internal issues that people don't want to face, that ain't got shit to do with me, about why they operate and think the way that they do. You need to take that up to whoever it is that put you or hurt you first, and it was not me. But I'm gonna tell you something. I gave my son the best birthday that I could, and I'm proud of myself. And ain't nobody gonna take that from me. You can't take from me that I love my son. You can't take from me that I'm a good mother. You can't take from me that I fought to keep him and I did the fucking best that I could with people shooting me down, with people, you have no idea. I don't know why people treated me like that. I don't know why they got off trying to fake like they was trying to help me, but then, oh, you ain't gonna get a basket. You wanted to see what room I was living. You wanted to see I was living in a fucking motel. You wanted to come in my room and see the condition of it. Bitch, you wanted to go talk about it. I just don't understand. I don't know what people were trying to get at, but it took everything in me. I fought for him. I fought for him in ways that you could never imagine. A video doesn't do me justice. I wanted to give up. I wanted so much better for him. I wanted to get him Dunas. I wanted to get him the biggest crib. I wanted to give him And it pained me that I couldn't do it. But I prayed over him. I did the best I could. We not homeless no more. And we never gonna be homeless again. I'm never gonna go through that again.